Oh boy, this one's gonna be a fun one. Which mercenary do you think would be the best president of the United States? Starting off with Scout, aka Jeremy. What's his last name again? I don't think we actually know Scout's last name. I think it literally is just Jeremy. Or Jerma if you're an idiot like me. Anyways, I think Scout would be a terrible candidate for president. He would immediately use his power for the wrong things. He'd probably, like, what do you call it? An executive order, that's what it's called. Scout would probably make an executive order being like, all women must have sex with me. I did not have sexual relations with that Pauling. I wouldn't mind him declaring a bucket of chicken day where everybody in the US gets a free bucket of chicken. That would be amazing. KFC would obviously be out of business in the first day, like the first year. Let's be honest. Scout's probably gonna be like, what should I do? And Miss Pauling's gonna be like, don't fuck this up, Scout. And Scout's like, nah, I'm not gonna fuck this up. Immediately presses the nuke button on accident. Holy shit, I nuked Siberia!
I blew up Malaysia.
And I believe that out of all the mercenaries, Scout's probably going to be the one that people try to assassinate the most. Hell, I wouldn't even be surprised if they hired Sniper to try to kill Scout. And Sniper just calls him and he's like, you know, I'm getting 53 job offers a minute telling me to kill you. And I'm going to accept all of them. Yeah, no, I do believe that everybody's going to try to assassinate Scout if he were the president. Next up, we got Soldier. And while Soldier is an amazing patriot, God bless America, I do think he'd make a better president than Scout, actually. Sure, people would make fun of him for being naked and wearing honey. Like, Soldier's going to do some fun stuff like making hotels for raccoons or whatever. He's going to treat raccoons as if they're homeless, and he's just going to start collecting them and giving them lavish lifestyles or something. He's gonna take care of them, and I think somehow, some way, he's gonna make Merasmus like public enemy number one. I don't know how, but it always happens. He always finds a way to fuck with Merasmus and just make him mad. I don't know. I think he will actually get the US to drink lead infected water. It's not an infection. What do you call it? I don't know. He's gonna get them to drink lead water. That's something he would totally do. He's definitely immediately gonna start a war with Russia, knowing that Heavy's just maybe he won't go to war with Russia just because Heavy's one of his friends. I don't know. Either way, I give Soldier 2 American flags out of 5. Next up, we got Pyro. Pyro has experience running a company, but I think if he became president, he'd immediately start pressing the nuke buttons for shits and giggles. I mean, he's probably gonna start lighting the White House on fire for no reason. Does Pyro eat? Have we ever seen Pyro eat? How does he sustain himself? I don't think we've ever seen it. Pyro's been alive this whole time and he's never eaten once or drank water. Although it could be implied that he drank water because Miss Pauling does supply the mercenaries with fresh water now. So I guess technically you could imply that Pyro has drank water at some point. Does anybody remember when MatPat said that Pyro was homosexual because he had a longer finger? That was funny. When I saw that, that shit made me laugh. Anyways, I do think Pyro would still make a better president than Scout. I mean, if he's able to figure out how to be a CEO of a company and then become president, look, I don't want to drop this name casually. Donald Trump also owned companies and then became the president. And I'm not saying he did good. I'm not saying he did bad, but I am saying that it is possible for Pyro to learn how to become president because we've had a real life example of somebody owning a company and then becoming president. So I'll give Pyro 3 American flags out of 5 as well. Alright, Demoan. I think Demoan would immediately get America back to making nuclear bombs to defend themselves. Oh wait, the president has control of the military, right? Dude, do you think he'd have the military just lay mines at the borders? And then whenever somebody tries to border hop, they just get blown the fuck up before they can even start trying to get over the border? Whatever. Demoman's definitely getting the black vote and the Scottish vote and the Cyclops vote. I will give Demoan also 3 American flags out of 5. Heavy would make a great president. He's a smart guy. He's a strong guy. If Enter the Line is canon, I think he'd make a great military tactician. Kind of. It is just chess though, so I might be reading into that a little bit too much. I think Heavy would not like sitting in a chair all day. He'd probably want to go out there and help people himself, which I honestly think would make him the better president of pretty much all the mercs in that regard. Like, Sure, doing paperwork can help people, but Heavy would go out there on his own volition and really help people. Plus, he doesn't have a lot of the crazy obsessions that the other mercenaries have, like chicken and women and fire and explosives and beating people up while naked and covered in honey. I'm gonna keep bringing that up, and I feel like after a long day of hard work, Heavy would be just fine doing paperwork. He's big into Russian literature, right? No, actually, I hope he doesn't say that to anybody, because that might actually get him canceled by all of America. No, actually, I feel like that would actually make people happier, because he would strengthen America's relationship with Russia, therefore decreasing the chances of a war breaking out, because he was a citizen of Russia and is a citizen of the United States. Of course, the South would obviously hate him. They even hate their own people, let's be honest. Do not go driving through Dallas, Texas. You can do one minor inconvenience and they'll pull out a goddamn shotgun on you and start screaming. They act like their life is threatened because you like slightly swerved on the road. No, seriously, if you ever go to Texas, you either need body armor or your own weapon. I'm warning you now that they will attack you. You must be prepared. Luckily, with the fist of steel and a minigun, I think Heavy will be just fine going down there for some talks. You know, the president goes to a bunch of states and just starts blabbering on about random stuff nobody cares about, or the candidates do when they want to get a vote. Yeah, whatever. Heavy will be fine. He has a minigun and robot hands. I'll give Heavy 4 American flags out of 5. Engineer is what a lot of Americans aspire to be. He's a Southerner. He's good with technology. Is he good with cars? I don't know. Has Engineer... He could have put... Why didn't he just put a sentry gun on the goddamn camping van? Is Engineer a farmer? Even just a tiny bit? He might get the farmer vote. Farmers need somebody like Engineer. Somebody who knows what he's doing. Hell, Engineer might actually help the military build new weapons. It doesn't matter if he's the president or not. I think Engineer would do what he thinks is best for America. I think he'd do his paperwork just fine. But I don't think he'd want to leave the comfort of his equipment to go out there and talk to people. I don't know. There's something about him. He's good at breaking the news to people, but I don't know if he's good at giving speeches. That's a spy thing. So I'll give Engineer 3 American flags out of 5. Again, Medic! This one's actually going to be really quick. They're not going to let somebody as chaotic and also German as Medic become president. I don't have anything against German people, but Americans are going to get a flashback to World War II, and they're going to be like, nope, none of this. Sorry, you're out, Medic. Get the fuck out of there. You're not a candidate anymore. Goodbye. Let's just assume Medic does get picked to become president, and he becomes president. I think he's going to abuse that power to do experiments. I don't think he's going to take being a president seriously. He's going to shove the paperwork on somebody else, and then just go start experimenting on people. He might actually use that position to get a bunch of free cadavers or test subjects. So I'll give Medic... Actually, I'll give Medic 0 American flags out of 5. I think Scout would honestly do better. I'll give Scout 1. It is October 3rd, 2024, 10:27 p.m. And I just made myself a bunch of peanut butter and chocolate sandwiches because I'm a fucking fat ass. Well, that's just so good. Like, this shit just hits different at night. Oh, God. Oh, my God, that's so good. Sorry for anybody who had to listen to that. Next up, we got Sniper. I feel like Sniper will be the middle ground of TF2 characters as presidents, because Sniper isn't shown to have any good squills. Squills? Why the fuck did I say squills? I meant skills. Why the fuck did I say squills? Whatever, it doesn't matter. The only things that Sniper has are patience and good aim. The only thing I think that Sniper will be able to do is position military assets appropriately when during wartime. Other than that, I have no idea what Sniper would do. He'd probably just do paperwork. Whatever. I'll give Sniper 3 American flags out of 5. Man, those fucking sandwiches were so good, though. Anyways, last but not least, we have Spy. Personally, I believe that Spy will be the best of all the mercenaries to become president. Not only is he good with speeches, but he's also a very good tactician. He also enjoys fine wines, which, I mean, he'll probably do like a bunch of paperwork or like labor just during the day as president, and then he'll sit there and relax at night with a couple wines. Maybe Scout's mom will be there at the White House with him. Hell, Spy might actually invite Scout to live there purely because his mom is there, just to be nice. He'll hate that Scout's there. He'll hate every second of the day that Scout's at the White House with him, but he'll do it out of principle because he's just that kind of person. Unlike all the other mercenaries, Spy is the kind of guy to look for the root cause of a problem and not just try to deal with it in a roundabout way. I doubt Spy would actually care about the public's opinion of him. He'd do what's necessary for the country regardless of how people think of him. And it would be hard to assassinate somebody like Spy because any random guy with a mask can just be Spy when he walks onto stage. So, it's easier to make a body double for him. I'll just put it that way. I don't even think Secret Service will know who he is. 5 out of 5 American flags for Spy. He has the methodology, the mindset, and the skills to pull off being a president for 2 terms. A round of applause for this man right here. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.